HarperCollins presents A Postcard from Puffin Island by Christie Barlow, read by Charlie Sanderson. For Woody, you are simply my best friend. I love you. Chapter 1. That is the longest screw I've had in a while. Hearing the gravel path crunching behind her, Verity Callaway felt a blush flood her cheeks. What on earth had possessed her to say that out loud? Spinning around, she came face to face with Kev, the local postman. Sorry, I didn't mean that. It's not true at all. Well, actually it is, but I don't need to overshare my love life, especially now it's non-existent. Hence the reason I'm off travelling. She raised her eyebrows as Kev sang out, "Hit me baby one more time," whilst attempting a risky dance move that looked like he was having some sort of spasm. Alarmed and not quite sure what was going on here, Verity was relieved when Kev pulled out his phone, then took an AirPod out of his ear. Grinning, Kev said, "Sorry, Verity. Did you say something? I had music blasting. Brittany." Her smile was bright. "If I had to guess your favourite idol, I'd guess Brittany any day of the week." Switching off the music, he slipped the phone back in his pocket. "What did you say?" he repeated. "It's okay, Kev. I was just talking to myself," she replied, glad to have been spared embarrassment, for once. "What exactly are you doing?" He looked towards the toolbox lying on the ground next to her. Verity pointed towards the postbox that was attached to the wall outside the front door of her cottage. "The new tenants want it removed. I think their exact words were, 'It's an eyesore.' Not that I can blame them. It's rusty and has been sealed up for as long as I can remember." Kev pointed. "There may be hidden treasure in there. You never know. Maybe you'll find a letter from years ago telling your grandmother she'd won the lottery. Now, wouldn't that be the dream?" Verity sighed wistfully. "You're coming back, aren't you?" Kev took a glance over the road to number 50. "He obviously just can't let me go," Verity joked, wishing her ex, Richard, lived on the opposite side of the world, not the opposite side of the street. She had discovered his infidelity 6 months ago, and to add insult to injury, he decided just 2 months later to move into the house right opposite on her street, with the woman concerned, his university sweetheart. If it had just been a matter of sowing his wild oats one last time before their wedding, she might have been able to forgive him in time. But no, it turned out he'd been sleeping with her for a number of years after they'd reconnected on social media. Verity and Richard had been together 10 years when his cheating was exposed, and suddenly Verity had 2 choices. She could believe him when he claimed he would give the other woman up and never cheat again, or she could walk away. She had chosen to walk away, and she was still questioning if what she had felt for Richard had actually been love. Last year, she'd been happy to marry the man, but now that feeling had turned to contempt. She had been deeply humiliated by his betrayal and hated him with every bone in her body. It beggars belief that she would want to live in the same village as me, never mind on the same street. But not for long. I'm off on an adventure and have 6 months of not seeing them to look forward to. Remember, Kev, I'm just going to slip away in the early morning tomorrow, and you know nothing until the new tenants move in. That's in approximately 2 weeks. My lips are sealed, but I'll miss you." He handed her a couple of letters. "Now you get back to Brittany before I get all emotional. I'm no good with goodbyes. Have a safe journey, and just for the record, Richard was always punching." Kev gave her a wink. "I can't argue with you there." Verity wasn't usually the adventurous type, but right at this moment, the ferry ride to Amsterdam where her best friend Ava would be waiting for her couldn't come soon enough. She'd been employed at the local vets for the last 5 years and loved her job. But after Ava had talked non-stop for the last couple of months about her upcoming travels, Verity had found herself questioning what was actually preventing her joining Ava. After Googling international veterinary assistance vacancies, she'd discovered that there were jobs available all over the world, and with her references in her bag, she knew that
Sample complete. Ready to continue?